Hi, hello, and welcome back to the channel Singapore Mirror. In today's video, we are going to see and again one of the interesting content about the Singapore aspect. I think you guys have seen by looking at the thumbnail or with the description of the video. Yes, guys, you guys guessed it right. Well, right. Today we are going to see about the Singapore tourist visa and the documents which is required to obtain an Singapore visit or tourist visa. Yes. And how to get the tourist visa? Who can apply on behalf of an individual? For example, if a Singapore PR, Singapore permanent resident or an citizen can sponsor to an individual, a common man, in order to obtain an Singapore visa, and that is cost 30 Singapore dollars. If at all we don't know anybody who is in Singapore, and if still we wanted to explore the country and view the beauty of the country, we can approach and travel agents and we can get the visa obtained through them. And let's get into the details of the documents which is required to obtain an Singapore visa. What are all the, I don't say literally eligibility criteria, because anybody can visit from anywhere from the country, from any country, to this beautifully created island country. And let's see the travel documents in detail and the other aspects which is required to visit this country. So basically, Singapore is a small island, as I said, but trust me, guys, this is one of the world's beautiful country, and people who are already staying here will definitely vouch for my statements. I believe, yes, this is one of the most mesmerizing place which I could ever sense and feel it, guys. And let's just deep dive into the details which would we require. So 14A form is the must document that should be in a PDF format. It should not exceed 445 KB and that should be signed by an individual, duly signed. And the recent passport size photograph is must, and your travel document passport is much important. That should not get expired before 6 months of your travel time, with 3 empty pages and your hotel booking details and the return flight ticket itineraries. And let's look into photo guidelines. Photo file should not exceed more than 2 MB. That should be in an JPG format or JPEG or PNG file. Strictly no selfies, guys. This Singapore government is very strict in providing the each visa to any of the individual through anybody. They strictly monitor this, so it should be like a semi matte finished or a printed photograph. It should not be a reflective photograph, and it should be with the full brightness, I mean the normal brightness. And photograph should have been taken within 3 months. It should be like a natural expression, no affirmative expressions or any surprising expressions. And it should majorly not a not pixelated photograph, and shoulders and hair should fully visible. And also a normal facial expression is much more important, and it should not be like any photoshopped or any mobbed photographs. And also, if you're wearing spectacles or eyeglasses, that should not be with the red eyes or the colored lenses. It should be with a white background photograph, and the lenses should be also in white. For example, if you're wearing any other different attire, so that's a high risk one of not obtaining the visa. So please have a proper attire to obtain the Singapore tourist visa, because that is much important, as the country monitors that very clearly. And also, the next is, it should not be like any flipped photos or distorted photos. And as I told you, I'm repeating this, it should be a original photo. It should not undergo any filters or any brightness, contrast, and all those things. I remember people who uses iPhone will do lot of filters and other stuffs, so please take care of it. And let's see how to fill the form 14A. These are very basic particulars wherein you will have to provide the details like your photograph you should attach on top right corner, and your name, date of birth, sexuality, marital status, and nationality of spouse. For example, if you're being a wife or an husband, if you're applying to your spouse, then you should provide those details. That includes NRIC number, and they are specific particulars in detail. And let's see the other details in other section, that is place of issue, the passport document issued place and the PRIC number. Again, in the part 2 you can give your origin of residence, like which country you have born or which province you belongs to, which state you belongs to, and which district you belongs to. All these are very generic details which we can easily fill in. If you are unsure of any of the details, you can approach the website, or you can approach the people who have already filled it, just to avoid the chaos at the final moment. And in the part 2 details, like what is your occupation, what is your academic qualification, when are you arriving to the Singapore, and what type of visa you're applying for, maybe a single journey or double journey or triple journey or multiple journeys, and what is your purpose of visit, whom are you staying with, and all those things you can give, whether it's a social purpose or business purpose, how many days you're going to stay here. I would strongly prefer just give 30 days for the initial time, and then where is your address, where is you're going to stay, what is your block number, what is your street number, on all these details you'll have to give. And during your last 5 years of duration, have you ever visited any of the countries? So if so, you will have to probably give those details. For example, if you have visited any other country, then if it is applicable to you, then you can fill in the details and particulars in the next column. So that I'm going to show you now. So here you can give, if you have not visited, then you can easily give no, and then you can move on to the third part. So here basically, like if you know anybody who's already being residing in the country, you can give their contact, that is they are called as name of local contact, and their details and their contact number. This is just to ensure that for the safety purpose, guys, nothing to worry. If you don't have anybody as a known people, that's still fine, still you can obtain a visa. And yes, this is again the details of the hotel. If you don't know anybody who's been already residing in this country, you can give the hotel details which you're going to stay here. As I told you earlier, this is only for the details, where are you staying, how are you going to be here, just to ensure all those security purposes you will have to give this, so nothing to worry. And as I told you, there are other certain questions you guys might have on part 4 and part 5 details. So this is basically like if you have convicted to any of the crimes or any time deported by any other country, that is including Singapore, if it is applicable, then you can give accordingly to, give your answers accordingly. And part 5 is basically a declaration document where you will have to fill, and that this is basically like signing that I hereby providing all the details are right, and then you're giving your signature, basically an autograph, right? And next thing, these are all the common questions which we have. So what is the processing time of my visa? 1 working day excluding the day of application. For example, if I'm applying today, maximum by tomorrow it will get approved. And next thing is like what is the date, how many days before we can apply for Singapore visa? 30 days before your intended day of travel. Is that your multiple entry? Yes, you can opt for it. Can we extend the tourist visa? Yes, you can extend prior 7 days to your travel. And next question is like the apps which is supporting to take the good pictures. And thank you guys, hope you like this video and you have gained a kind of information on how to apply and obtain a tourist visa on yourself through any of the PR or citizen of Singapore or through the travel agents. Thank you for watching this video once again. If you are a person who would like to really visit the country and you are not sure about the process, you can refer this video and you can share this video with your friends as well. So please do like, comment if you have any questions, and so that I can address ASAP, and share it with your friends if they are in need of this kind of videos, and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can receive my videos on a timely basis, and inspire before we expire. Thank you.